All right, we should be live. Let's see who's here first. Boom. Bob is here first. Welcome, Bob. And then there's like 10 other people instantly as well. That
Headphones. Hey, everybody.
It's number one. Hello, everyone. 30 people, 40 people. Here they come.
So we had a good turnout for this one. I mean, we had a lot of interest in it.
Yeah.
But I'm interested here. I'm here just as a visitor like anybody else.
We are also live on Facebook. Hello, Facebook world.
Let's see what we got going on.
Where's everyone from today? Just joking about how I've been stuck up here in purgatory in Canada for 2 years. Where's everyone else from?
Vancouver.
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 You guys gonna
Perfect.
have coffee together, Dave?
No, we're not allowed yet.
Oh.
No, actually. They just opened it up, I believe, yesterday, where you're allowed now to have coffee with one
Oh,
other
nice.
person.
This will make you awesome now, Dave.
With 3 face
I've
masks.
been mentioning on the podcast, if anybody's in Las Vegas to come have coffee with me, I buy them a cup of coffee. If you listen to the podcast, you're a premium member. And so I've had a few people take me up on that, which is pretty cool. I'm able to meet some people. You keep freezing, Dave, by the way. Something's wrong with your internet. Probably can't hear that though.
Can you hear the music?
I can hear the music. So we got Vancouver, Ottawa, Miami, Boston, Kingston. That must be Bob I was just talking to, because there's not a lot of people from Kingston that are named Bob. Toronto.
Oh, nice.
Poland, very nice.
Oh,
I've
Leo.
not been to Rio. Oh, there's Leo. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Leo.
Move him up in case he wants to hop in.
I am Leo. That's something Leo would say.
I think Leo should have joined. He should have had the panelist invite. So if he does want to hop on, I think Mike, you'll have to.
He did not have a panelist invite because I just looked at who the panelists were, and Ian was there. I can add Leo.
Yeah, it's
Leo, if you want to let me know here in the chat if you want to be a panelist. If you do, I will add you. And you can hop on. If not, we understand.
Sure.
Silent panelist. Okay. Can you just popping your email address in there, please? It's just going to go to the panelists. So
I can give you his email too, Mike. Some of the other email that we had.
I have an email for him. I just want to make sure it's the one that he's checking right this minute. We'll get started in just.
We're going here, guys, in just a couple minutes. So we're just going to
try to give people time to pop in here. Ian's organizing his presentation. We're going to get Leo added as a panelist. Leo hasn't responded, so I will go get his email.
56 people here. It's a good turnout.
There should
Hopefully
be
a few more rolling in.
We also have found that we get way more people watch the replay than watch the live video, which I always thought was interesting. So I think the live one's more interesting. You can ask questions live and interact with us, but otherwise people are also busy. So, all right, Ian, if you are ready to get started, you know how to share your screen and all that.
We have Leo. Let's see if I got. Let me just make sure I got Barry on here too. She can help answer questions when we have issues.
Okay. Just so everybody knows, our guest today is Ian Sells. He's a good friend of both Dave and myself. We've spent some time together in China in the trenches doing Canton Fair stuff. If I remember correctly, Ian had no place to stay one night and slept on our couch. That was a fun evening. But he's also he's from San Diego, so we got to spend quite a bit of time down there together when I lived in San Diego. Although it's funny, just like a lot of people, when you get busy in your hometown, you end up seeing each other out of town more than you see each other in town. It's always pretty funny, but yeah, I mean, Ian's been in the trenches selling stuff just like us for for a long time. I mean, I think the first time I went to China, he was there. So it's been at least since 2016, 15.
Yeah.
Several different brands. And along this, he started a community called MDS, which you guys know I've always talking about on the podcast. Highly recommend it. If you sell $1 million or more on Amazon, you can get qualified to join MDS. And there's a lot of really great talk in there. There's kind of a MDS only policy. I was just talking to Ian about this. So the things that are in there are things that I can't share with EcomCrew people, because they're things that are kind of just tips and tricks that are only happening in the Amazon world with those guys. And they try to keep it just to them. Great community. I always tell the story about how I went to Chiang Mai, Thailand, and wanted to just grab lunch with somebody one day from MDS, and 12 people showed up. And that was like 24 hours after I posted in the group. So it's an awesome community, great stuff. And along the way, what ends up happening when all these little things are being discussed in the MDS group is like, I wish I had a tool to do this, and I wish I had a tool to do that, and I wish I could do this, and I wish I could track things this way and have a report that does this. And these tools to some degree exist all over the place, but not in one place. And then some of them don't exist at all. And so that's how Elite Seller was born. And there's several components of Elite Seller that Ian's going to discuss specifically today around product launching, and maybe a few other little tips and tricks. So hopefully I've done some good justice for you, Ian, in the intro, and take it away.
Thank you. Yeah. And appreciate that. And it's been so fun to like be on this journey alongside, you guys, and EcomCrew and Dave, like, and when you sold your first brand, and I think Mike, you and I sold our two biggest brands, or one of our brands around the same time. So it was really cool, to feel like, okay, we have new ventures that we're working on. And for me, it was, Elite Seller and MDS and RebateKey. So super excited to be here. And I really want to like blow through this presentation I have. It can be just too much talking. And so I'm just going to kind of go through quickly, and then we're going to go right into the software. And then hopefully there's like a way to do some Q&A questions. Do we have this type of thing? How can I do this with this? But Elite Seller was basically born out of the need for bringing everything together. As I was growing my business, I felt like I was using 12 different tools for everything, and it was impossible to like train a new person. And I was falling behind on the features and all this stuff. And my COGS were different on this platform versus this platform. So no data was ever the same. And there just really wasn't a lot of consolidation happening at the time. This is 3 years ago. Fast forward to now, I think we're seeing a little bit more consolidation and some improvements on the software front, and some of the bigger guys, taking a leap. But we've been building this software for over 2 years. Just coming out of beta right now. We're just scaling up quickly. We're doing a lot of private calls before we start the main marketing blitz, but we're approaching a ton of users here, and we really just want to get as many people on the platform to try it out. So at the end of this, there's going to be a code to save 20% off. And also every plan has a free trial. So, sign up, and then we have like live customer service that can help you guys out whenever you want. So without saying too much more, I'm just going to kind of do a quick little presentation, and then we'll go right into the software and, kind of play around. So hopefully that sounds great. Let me pull up the presentation here.
Cool. Well, you pull that up too, Ian. I'm going to pump up your tires a little bit more too. So Ian and his team, they've built a couple of the tools that you guys are probably familiar with as well. RebateKey, Pixel 5 for your link tracking, and URL builders for Amazon. So their team has a pretty substantial track record, especially when it comes to higher volume sellers too. So that's one of the main reasons why we've had Ian come on here, is just because they do have that track record. This is not their first piece of software that they're launching. So that's one of the reasons why we have no problem.
Yeah, and I'm going to touch on that shortly, right in the beginning here, kind of a little background. But, Leo, my partner, he's been building Amazon software probably since I was in diapers. He's the founder of Zon Pages, Zon Jump, a lot of the early day stuff that, is kind of transitioned into other things, and RebateKey. Him and I are partners on RebateKey. And so I'll get into that in a second. Let me just blow through this and kind of just show you guys a little bit of the fluffy stuff, and then we'll get right into it. So, part of, software, what we wanted to achieve was basically use it so you can automate and dominate, your category, and not just have like this tool that like provides you data and then you have to go figure out what to do or how to use it. And so by having everything in one place, we were able to like automate, things that happen when, your keywords are jumping up and down or ranking, or, if you're doing a ManyChat integration, we have automations that actually link together. So that way you don't have to go create a spreadsheet and do, manual VA work to automate orders and stuff. So again, like this is from the same team that created Pixelfy, RebateKey, on pages. And, essentially with RebateKey, that was actually a idea that came out of MDS. I was just driving to work one day, said this idea about rebates from my old Circuit City days, selling printers at the Circuit City. And, Leo pings me on the side and says, hey, let's do it. 24 hours later, he puts up a web page and we collect $100,000 in 24 hours. And the rest is history, right? And so we had this really amazing, success. We were really fast to market, and we're definitely the leader in that space and rebates online in general. So now comes to Elite Seller. We're basically an all-in-one Amazon software suite, and we continuously are working on this day in, day out, adding tools on a weekly basis, adding features that are requested by users. And so our development team and our sales and customer service team are all in the same office, which gives us a lot of efficiency, and it's all in Mexico. So there's not like a Ukraine developer working on this and something else. It's all in-house in Leo's office, and we've just got a really great team. And so when Mike was just talking about how he reaches out to support for RebateKey on the chat, and it's just super, they're just right there to answer your questions and help you guide you through. That's what we're trying to provide as a level of service for all the sellers that are jumping on Elite Seller early. So being that it's an all-in-one platform, it really starts with the heart of it, which is dashboards. And this is where basically you can create all the metrics that matter to you and your business. And this is more robust than any other dashboard you see. This is more like having Google Analytics or Salesforce for your Amazon business. And I'm going to show you a live example in a sec. So I'm just going to blow through these features here. We have customer and order managers. Basically, you can see all the data for your customers. We have a product manager, so you can look at product specific parent groupings or children ASINs and see what their revenue share is, how much sales are they doing as a whole or just individual children, star ratings, days of stock, all the good stuff is all in the product manager. We have built-in alerts, so any kind of alert. We just added, I think we just added an adult flag alert. We just added a price change alert. So we're adding constantly alerts that come up and are needed, and we're adding ones where when the shipping times were changing, we're going to have an alert that says, hey, Amazon's moved your shipping date from 2-day prime shipping to 4 to 5 days, so maybe you want to turn back your PPC, right? So we're a lot of automation to give you the insight that you need to grow your business and scale it all in one place. We have a pretty amazing keyword tracker. One of my problems with keyword trackers was you had to tell it what to track. And I'm like, hey, this keyword tracker is already scraping Amazon. Why can't we figure out how to pull all the keywords that we are actually ranking for and update those frequently, and let me know when you find out that my product for silicone spatulas is now ranking for red silicone spatula when it was ranking for, just silicone spatula set. So our keyword tracker is constantly looking for new keywords and adding them to your list so that you might have an idea of like what are some new keywords you could target or focus on to grow from, an organic position of 5 to an organic position of 1. So pretty insightful in the keyword tracker, and it all happens in an automated fashion. We built a really amazing reverse ASIN tool. So this is really a tool that saves sellers a ton of money when they're doing keyword research. And I'll show you an example in a few minutes. But basically, you enter in a keyword, you can pick up to 20 ASINs, and then we're going to figure out all the keywords that those ASINs all rank for. And if only 10 out of 20 of those keywords rank for 10 of those 20 ASINs rank for a keyword, then it's only 50% relevant, meaning that we're going to sort this by relevancy. So if all the products rank for elderberry immune, that means it's 100% relevant. So this is where you can see, like, if you had a black spatula and you were selling a silver one, right? You would choose all the silver ones. You don't really want to rank for black. And if you do, it wouldn't be as relevant. So we move that down the list of your targeted keywords. We also have a keyword finder expander. So this is where you enter in a phrase or a keyword or an ASIN, and we'll, use just that ASIN to find all these keywords that are relevant. So a lot of long tail, a lot of like unique things. And we have some other data in here that other softwares don't have, like brand analytics is imported into Lead Seller. So you can see the number one clicked ASIN for each keyword that you're pulling up. So you can say, hey, this is actually my competitor and this is relevant to my product. Another interesting feature is segmentation. So when people with large catalogs, they might want to segment all products that have, NBA in the title because they might sell NBA, NFL stuff. So you want to see just your NBA brands at one time, or you might want to see only your products that have, 3.5 stars or below, so that you can instantly go to all your products and then figure out what to do, with those segments. And so as a live segment, if your product goes from 3.5 stars to 4 stars, it automatically gets removed from that list. So it's a very live Klaviyo style segmentation tool. Ton more features. I'm just going to go right through these. Email automation, like all the email tools. Review requests. So this one's really important. If you're not requesting reviews, through an automated way and you're using a Chrome application, Elite Seller has a bot that goes into your account and clicks a button for you based on rules, and you can choose, per ASIN, per account, whatever you want, and we'll track it and show you exactly the data, so you can see how many reviews you gained over time and how many buttons we've clicked for you. ASIN Spy is another tool. You can basically spy on your competitors' sales. It's kind of like a Keepa for Amazon sellers, and it basically gives you a lot of different details about their BSR, to price changes, to reviews, how many questions are being asked on their products, and very good insight to track, what's happening with your sellers, with your competitors. And tons more features. So I'm going to jump into like how to automate your product launches. And I think I'm just going to blow through this and go right into a live one. But basically, we built an easy way to do it where you don't have to recreate the wheel. Just copy what we have before you start like improving upon it. And this software is designed to make it easy. So you can follow the step-by-step instructions. And then in the software, you can actually see what's happening. So if you're running ManyChat campaigns, or you're running other things, you have to go to ManyChat, figure out what order IDs, and you got to go to Amazon and check the order IDs. So with Elite Seller, we're pulling all the data in one place, so you can see it all in one place, and you don't have to jump around and use manual work. I'm going to start with, let's see, launching tools. So this is our ManyChat integration. It kind of started with this, and last year we saw the market kind of changing away from ManyChat with all the issues. It still works very well for sellers. We made a tool where basically you can launch a ManyChat campaign in 10 minutes. You never have to actually go into ManyChat, update images, change keywords. It's all done from Elite Seller. This is what it would look like if you're running a flow. So everything is all right in there. You can choose different keywords you want to rotate. We have automated keyword tracking. So whatever keywords you put into the ManyChat flow, we're actually going to track those separately in a separate place, so you can see the effects of your ManyChat campaigns all in one place. And you can give out rebates, coupons, post-purchase funnels, all post-purchase ManyChat campaigns all at once. But we changed the game again. We developed the next evolution in launching, which we feel is a longer-term solution that gets away from the ManyChats, the Facebook messengers, and things like that. And this is what we call Amazon funnels. It's landing pages that are created for you based on all of your Amazon data. And since we're linked into Amazon, we actually can pull all your images, your bullets, your description, all this stuff, and pricing is all flexible and automated from within Elite Seller. So typically people might have done this with, I think we were doing this in China actually, Mike, making a funnel. I think we did barbecue glove tests or something like that. And we were trying to drive some traffic, but we spent a whole day on it. Well, now we can do it in about 5 minutes. We can create a funnel for our products. And I'll show you that in a second here. And what we call it is the launch and attract method. So what's great about funnels is they're landing pages. And so, you're going to use this to like market to your list or drive traffic to it, Google ads to it, and say, hey, get this product for X amount of money. And basically people will go through the search find buy process or a direct link, whatever you want to use, and rotate keywords, all automated. But the best part is that these are really great for the post-purchase, which is where you're going to collect all the customer information after somebody's purchased through like a QR code or an SMS code. So we've got a couple of different types of funnels that started with. We actually have a few more than are in this presentation, but we have instant rebates and delayed rebates. Instant rebate is basically we're going to give them the rebate, the gift card, right after they put the order ID in. And a delayed rebate, you can set the delay on how long you want it to take. So how many days after the product's shipped do you want to give the rebate out? So for most purposes, I use a delayed rebate when I'm going after new customers with influencers or, people that are in your wheelhouse or your VIP list. You can give them an instant rebate because you can trust them that they're going to actually purchase the product and not return it. Best thing about funnels is you can use any traffic source. You're not limited to Facebook Messenger and Instagram. You can use Google, email, Pinterest, whatever you want to drive traffic to this landing page. And you can use your audiences over and over. Basically, you're building lists, email lists, and SMS lists of people that you can actually remarket to, or put back into your next launch. I'm going to jump past this here. So yeah, we got a bunch of post-purchase funnels. This is where you basically would set up a funnel for after your customers have purchased your product. In your insert, you'll have a QR code or a website link, let's say, warranty.yourbrand.com or things like that. And you can choose one of these. And so people can enter their order ID. And since we are connected to your Amazon account, we can check that order ID, make sure that they purchased the correct product, and then give them a PDF guide relating to that product. Or give them a gift card, or actually send them an order to ship them a brand new product or a fulfillment. So it's pretty cool to use as a remarketing tool and capturing customer information, names, email addresses, addresses, so you can use it all over again. And it works seamlessly on your phone or your computer. Let's see here. All right, so super easy. I'm just going to blow through this so we can show you a live example. Great thing about funnels, also their landing pages. So every page has a step of the funnel, and you can track the events and optimize for add to carts. You can optimize for purchases. You can optimize for people who give you their their phone numbers. So you can really have Facebook help you find the right customers easily. And we track the log of everything, every step that the customer goes through. Tons more features built in. I'm not going to go through all those. Anyone can do it in less than 10 minutes. If you scan that QR code, it's going to take you to our website where you'll be able to watch a video actually of me walking through it in 10 minutes. I'm not going to do it right now, but basically creating your own SFB funnel, and you can sign up using the code EcomCrew that we're going to show in a second here for you guys. But basically, we're about to roll out even more exciting and better looking landing pages that you can create instantly. And all this stuff is flexible, from the titles to the button colors to the logo at the top. You can actually adjust all these things, but all the data is pulled right from your listing, even your reviews. And just some results that we had recently from my last presentation, showing people ranking with funnels pretty quickly. It's new traffic. It's not from a single source. You can host this on your own subdomains. And which people really like as well. We got some really great pricing levels for you guys. We wanted to make this really easy for everybody to try out and test out. And so we basically start our plans at $27, allows you to have one seller account. Then you can go up to the advanced plan and pro and all that good stuff. With EcomCrew, you're gonna get 20% off all of these plans for life currently. So, take advantage of that. And what I suggest is, if you do want to, hook your account up, try us out, and reach out to support and have them give you a free live 1-hour demo with you and your team literally walking through your entire account on there. And I did this with Michael, and I think it was pretty eye-opening because our platform is so robust. So there's your code. If you when you get to the pricing page, you can enter. I have a coupon code, and we'll pull this up at the end of the presentation as well. Every plan has a 14-day free trial. All right, so let me jump into this. Can you see my screen now?
I can.
All right, great. So this is what the back end of Elite Seller looks like. It's a very robust platform. It looks like a lot of data, and it is. And all of this stuff is completely customizable. So these are all what we call widgets on the dashboard, and you can add tons of widgets, unlimited widgets, and actually have different tabs to organize your widgets with, right? So for me, I built out this layout. I like this layout, and I can even hide the sidebar if I want to. But basically, I can see my estimated sales. I can see my profit, in the last 15 days. I can see my net margin, my ACoS. I can run, and I can see like trends. So you can create charts that compare multiple metrics. So you might care about, ACoS versus TACoS and see how things are trending, or TACoS versus total sales, or things like that. So, we have this really flexible dashboard where you really just customize this to the way you like it. Obviously, we give you a template that you can start with, but, we highly recommend that you play around with it and do that. And every one of these widgets is editable. So you can edit this widget and choose, what seller account you want it to link to, how many agents you want to display, and all of these different metrics that you want to have visibility on. So whether it be PPC costs, sessions and conversions, refunds, ACoS, TACoS, what have you, you can have it all here. And every single one of these widgets can be edited, locked down to a specific time period. So maybe certain widgets you don't want to see just 1 day of data. It's not enough data to really understand what's happening. So you might want to lock it down to 15 days. So, and you can adjust the titles and choose from over 80 different metrics right here. So pretty flexible. The data can also be shown in different granularity. So if you're going to look at a longer time period, let's say 180 days, you might want to look at this, over different months, let's say, or you want to look at this. Sorry, these are locked down. So let me just do this really quick so you can see what it looks like. This is locked down to 30 days. So if I put that back to the selected time range, you're going to see, the data going backwards all the way to December 19th, 2020. So, or you can see, if you want to see it by the day, then you're going to have a lot more up and down data. So you can see how fast Elite Seller is. And what makes us really unique is that you can actually have a ton of different accounts logged in at the same time, and you can switch between them through this little switcher here. You can go back and forth, or you can basically combine the data. So you can combine, let's say you have 7 accounts. You want to look at the data as an aggregate, all your products in one place. You want to see all the sales from all the marketplaces. We put it all together, or you can, extrapolate and have it just for one account. So I think that's pretty unique. Most people don't have that. And another cool feature, which I'm not using because I want to give you guys as much information as possible, is a privacy mode. So if you're doing, webinars or whatever with your real account, you can actually do a privacy mode, and, you don't have to do so much editing when you do this. So it's pretty cool and slick, and it works on all of the different modules. So you won't be able to see any of the, sensitive information, right? But you can see all the data, which is pretty cool.
It's a pretty good idea there, actually, for people who run podcasts and blogs.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to just kind of like blow through again here. So we've got all these different modules. This is basically where we continuously add new modules or applications to the Elite Seller. Customer Manager. This is where it was more efficient, obviously, before Amazon took away a lot of our people data. Now we're not getting as much data from Amazon as far as that goes, and just there's no way around it. Amazon doesn't want us to know their customer names, their addresses, and stuff like that. So we used to be able to do a lot more of that. But you can still see, your highest value customers and try to figure out, if you have any data on them from past, like what's going on. But like this person spent $1,339 with us, and so I can look at their account and I can see their list of like, what were they buying? Why were they buying so many things from us? So maybe they own a store or something. This is our test account, so you can see all this stuff. But, I've got all of their information, and I actually have a lifetime value of this customer, which is pretty cool. So, for supplement owners or brands that like want to see, what kind of customers are buying the most, and just try to figure out like what's going on. Maybe everybody in California buys more stuff from you. You can go dig in here. Most orders, return units. You can also search for people by name. This was really great when we had customer information. If you had a bad review, you just search their first name, figure out what ASIN they purchased, and you could pretty much find that customer and go right into there. Product dashboard. Basically here is where you would see like parent or child groupings of products. I'm going to just look at a lot more data so we can have something better to show you guys. I think we lost a little data here. But basically, you can see how things are organized in parent or child grouping. So you can actually dig in just to the child, or you can see the roll up all at one point, and you can like pin ASINs. Let's say you have a big catalog, but you're focusing on a couple. You can pin these right to the top of your account. What else? Good stuff in here. So here is where you basically click on this, and you'd be able to look at actually the product details. So what is actually happening with this product? And so you may want to see like, what is your price? Has your price been consistent over the last 30 days? Maybe, you want to track like units ordered or ACoS or TACoS, things like that. It all shows up right here, and you can kind of extrapolate like what's happening with this. Maybe you're losing some buy box percentage and you need to work on that. So we have a lot of historical information here. You can also dig deep into the sales and see where, you're being profitable and not profitable on this product. And like, obviously this product was a test product, so we're just doing some test launches here. But, you can see how it just continues on as things go, and you can, adjust the dates and see all the different details here as far as the ROI, the margins, and your COGS and stuff like that. Speaking of COGS, down here you can edit the bulk COGS. You can load all your COGS in here. And I think one thing that before I just kind of ramble off every feature, like Mike was always asking me, like, how do I use this data? Like, how do I know what to do with all of this information that you're giving me? And I think there's a lot of insight that you can do here. So, just seeing like an overview of your sales history that trends up and trends down, it can give you an idea of where you want to focus your time. a lot of people spend a lot of time on their best sellers. They forget about the sellers that aren't doing it, enough profit, or they're actually costing you money. So I go back to this, the list widget here on the dashboard, and you can see like, oh, I might have this product that's making me $7,000 a month, and I focus all my time and energy, but I forget that I'm losing $2,000. So technically, I'm actually only making $5,000, and you forget that because you're like so focused on the top line. So just by like saying, you know what, this product sucks, we're going to kill it off, I just increased my profit by $2,000 a month. So understanding how to use the data is definitely an important part. Seeing like right here, we have PPC costs across the ASIN. So for any of the sponsored products, there's a couple of campaigns we can't track by ASIN, but you can actually see like, oh, you might be spending a lot of PPC money on this one ASIN, and your ACoS is actually in total not very good. But because you have so many campaigns running, it's really hard to understand if that ASIN is in like 12 different campaigns. So here we're kind of aggregating the data. Same thing, if your TACoS is really low and your profit is high, why not spend more on that ASIN and try to increase your profitability, if you're really efficient. So a lot of great information there. Alerts, super robust. If you use ClickUp, if you use Slack, if you use Google Sheets, whatever with your team, Asana, EliteSeller can integrate into that. So you can use Zapier to move alerts into your system so your team can actually work on them. You can have it SMS you when your category changes or you have an adult flag. If you get a bad review on the main page, all of this stuff is super flexible, and you can adjust how you want it to be across like all of the different products, or you can just pick one by one the different things you want to turn on or off. And what we have here is like notification channel. So this is where you basically set up your alerts. And then what's really interesting is, you might want to look back at what's happening with your product. So you can actually see like, alert history of like bullet point changes or by a specific ASIN, instead of just like getting that alert and having to dig through your email. Like here you can see what's happening, or like prices are changing and actually who that alert was sent to on your team. So, you can say, hey, Ian, Leo, what happened with this alert? Why didn't you take care of it? So I think this is another action item that you guys could take away from this, is how to use the software. I'm going to jump into the keyword tracker, which I think is one of the coolest functions. Again, we have this auto tracker feed. So every day as we find new keywords that you're tracking for, you can see on June 16th, we don't rank for these anymore. Keywords change. So, you're adding in like baby foot peel for men, all the good stuff. And you can see like how this is actually impacting you. So I lost these keywords. Why is that? Is that a keyword I want to have in my, in my listing that's actually important? So I'll look in here and check out like what's happening with this ASIN and see all of these different keywords. And I've got my favorite keywords pinned to the top here. So I'm always able to see what's happening with those best ASINs. And I also have this thing called quick refresh. So if you're doing a launch, you can easily track the hourly ranking movements of the ASIN and see, how it actually is going up and down, which is important to know if things are moving in the right direction. Because when other tools just track once per day, you're seeing one snapshot in time, but not actually every hour, and understanding, okay, is this moving up or down, and you can see the top and bottom ranks here. Reverse ASIN. Again, I'm just going to show you real quick, and then we'll jump into the funnels in the main chat, and we'll wrap up here. I'm going to do a quick one. So we'll just search for what's a keyword you want to search for, Dave?
Fishing rod holder.
What is it?
Fishing rod holder.
Fishing rod holder. Sales are probably exploding right now. So we're going to basically take that keyword. We're going to go scrape Amazon, find the top ASINs that show up for that keyword, and then we're going to pick the ones that match our products. And this is where we're able to really set up the relevancy for this. So, for instance, we have this time. Let's say we do a 6 rod holder. So we're only going to collect the ones that are 6 rod holders, not the 4 or 3 or whatever, and just kind of like have that as be our guide. And I'm just going to choose 10 ASINs, let's say. So we have a good round number to play with. This may be a good product idea, guys. $69 for a fishing rod holder. All All right, so I've got my 10 ASINs. I'm going to hit go, and this is basically going to go and see all the keywords these products are ranking for, and then sort them by relevancy. So usually you'd probably do this over multiple steps. We just did it in a matter of seconds, and you don't have to go around and building spreadsheets and do this, because we're actually showing you that fishing rod holder is the most relevant keyword. It's ranked 100%, meaning all 10 of those ASINs are ranking for it. But fishing pole holder, one of the ASINs isn't actually ranking for it. So, there might be opportunity there. And if you find a really relevant keyword that maybe, only a few are, fishing rod racks, maybe there's 3 of the ASINs that aren't ranking for that. That might be a great keyword to go put in your title and be the #1 ASIN for that, because these other guys aren't being relevant to it. But within a matter of seconds, you got all these keywords without any of the, funky, blue fishing pole. Like it uses the ASINs and what they rank for on the first page to figure out, if that keyword is relevant. So I would just take these keywords. Now I can build my listing. I know exactly the top phrases I want to go after. And I also know some gaps in the phrases that I can actually, maybe use for my main title, right? Like rod holder for garage, get your fishing rack. And that would allow me to basically target, better than almost 40% of the ASINs that are ranking right now for this particular keyword. And you want to look at the search volume and all good stuff. It's super easy to do. You can export all this data, take it right wherever you need it. And I'm going to jump into funnels. And then we'll stop and take some questions. So funnels, this is what it looks like after you've created one in a matter of minutes. Basically, all this information, the images, the price, what it was, all of these bullet points, even these reviews are all taken from your listing. And so the way a funnel works is basically we're building out this landing page that's multi-steps. So once somebody comes here, you drive traffic from Facebook, from your email list, people put in their information. They go, Ian sells, 1, 2, 3. Actually, it's not going to work. I'm going to get a real email in there. I might be blocked already on this one. Put that in there. It's going to email me a code. Let's see if I get that code real quick and show you. So we're basically verifying this email of this person that's going through the funnel so that people can't use fake emails. We'll also verify SMS. So in case you get lost, what's great about the funnels, and just like ManyChat, is people want to come back to this page and sign back up. So now I've got an email that says, hey, don't worry, if you ever get lost, you want to join this from your phone or your desktop, you can do that. And you actually end up right where you left off instead of having to go back through all the steps. So then you have this thing here that basically says, okay, let's find the product. And so we basically tell them to go to Amazon, look for the product, matching the image. So this will take you right to the product. If you're using a super URL, it'll take you right there. They buy the product, come back here, say I found it, say I bought the product, enter your order ID, and you're on your way. You've now basically secured this cashback rebate for your offer. And it's just like ManyChat, only it's all done via our funnels. So let me just show you what that looks like once you build a funnel here. I think I just jumped into this one. You'll see that you get like these leads in here, and you can see Ian sells. I just came right through here and filled all this stuff out. This is the keyword I searched for, the Amazon order ID, the number of the rebate that I was paid out. This is not actually one I just did, but it's another one I tested last time. And you can see all of the history of what that customer did in this funnel. So pull up here, but anyways, this can be exported. You can use this anywhere you want. You can actually, through the funnel, when you build this stuff out, which I'm going to show you real quick. And this works the same way with ManyChat. So you basically, let's say you have 10 accounts in here. When you go to create a funnel, you just choose the account that you want to create a funnel for. You agree to the terms. Basically, if you want to send out SMS confirmation messages, 3 cents, email is free. And there's fees, obviously, to give out gift card rebates. You choose an ASIN that you want to do a rebate on, so posture corrector. And then you kind of put in all this information right here. And the description, the product, all that stuff will pull eventually from there. So you can turn on email requirements or phone requirements. This is how you want to verify the customer. Just going to go through this super quickly, guys. You can see the product price is here is $9.99. So how much do I want this product to be? Okay, let's make it $9.99. It's going to be 100% rebate. And I want to do 5 rebates, or let's do 1 rebate a day. and I want to wait, 3 days after the product ships to send out that cashback rebate by email. I also want to make sure that if I'm doing 100% free, I want to make sure that I give the customer the taxes. I reduce it if they use a coupon code. And if my price changes on Amazon, I also want the funnel to update the price so we don't actually have too many prices there. And then here's where basically we're going to actually suggest keywords based on search volumes that you can choose. So in this case, I'm going to go for a long tail keyword. I'm going to generate this fallback URL, and maybe I want to have this rotate 50-50 amongst two different keywords. So I can actually do that right in here. And Elite Seller is going to automatically, every time somebody comes through this funnel, it's going to rotate the keywords automatically. So as you guys can see, this happens super easily right through Elite Seller, which is not normal for most of the softwares out there. We've got a couple of different options. So if you want to do search, find, buy, if the buyer can't find the product, you can do that. You can choose to just use a super URL if you want, or you can use this auto tracker. Basically, it says if your product is ranking on 1, 2, or 3 for those keywords shown right here, allow them to do search, find, buy. If not, default to the fallback URL. So because we have a keyword tracker built into our tool, we're able to understand where this product is ranking on Amazon.
Hey, and just getting back to the funnels for a second.
Yeah.
Where are the funnels hosted? Are they hosted within Elite Seller, and then does it generate kind of?
Yeah, we're almost at that point. So that's kind of, I'm skipping as fast as I can. You can ask for a review in here. I'm going to show you the page where you set up all that. So here's actually where you set up the hosting. So we'll host it for you on our own, unique URL. We'll give you a URL that you can use, or you can basically set up a subdomain right here with your GoDaddy, and you can use your brand page. Let's say you're doing a warranty, you can do your brand page. If you want to have, iansfreegifts.com, you can do, footpeelmask.freegifts.com. Whatever, and use that as your subdomain. Does that make sense?
I heard nothing that you said because my internet here is clonking out every 2 minutes. But,
yeah. Essentially, yes, you can host these on any domain you want, and it'll all be hosted on a subdomain. So whether you use your brand name or you want to create a separate, Facebook giveaway group or Facebook or domain giveaway page, you can do that, and Elite Seller will but you host the page, but we set up the subdomain for you. Very easy to do in like Daddy, for instance. Also, a lot of importance, you might have questions about, well, what about all these people that are trying to take advantage of me in the funnel, or scammers, things like that. We actually built a really robust scam blocker. Basically, we ban people from certain IPs. We have a global blacklist of people that have already been banned from all the funnels. You can actually ban people yourself from funnels. You can ban people that have been in multiple of your funnels if you want to, or if they have a duplicate email address, say, oh, sorry, you've already gotten this product before. So by default, we have a couple that are required, and you can go ahead and do the other ones as needed. And please reach out to support. They'll walk you through all this. I know I'm going a little bit fast here. If you have a VIP list, you can do a whitelist. So you can literally only allow people that have a specific email address into the funnel, and you would just upload a text file of all those emails. And now we're going to get to the fun part. Basically, you're going to put in your support email. Right. And this is basically at the bottom of every funnel. Right here, there's a support. And this is where people might want to contact you. And then when they fill this out, it's actually going to get emailed right to your customer service. So you don't have to go anywhere else. It's going to go right into your support desk, and you'll be able to help them out and understand where they're from. But this is basically where you edit the funnel offer. You can change the colors. You can go back to blue. You can upload your custom logos. We have a lot of new designs actually coming out within the next 15 days, 30 days or so. And then this is where you basically finish up the content and design. So as you can see here, this is the steps of the funnel that we kind of just looked at. Here's the name and email address, email verification. All of this stuff is actually editable. So every step of the funnel is right here. You don't have to go building landing pages yourself and doing all of this stuff. We actually pull it all from your listing. And it's all pre-filled in. So if I want to call this, a 100% rebate offer, it's going to update right here as 100%, right? So it's right on the fly there. So I'd suggest, again, don't recreate the wheel. Just go ahead and launch a funnel. It's super easy. And once you do one of these, you'll be able to get right through it. You can add in your Facebook pixel if you're driving Facebook traffic, add your Google Analytics pixel if you want to track, the sessions of people. Custom code, tracking codes, all the good stuff. How do you want this to share on Facebook? If somebody shares your funnel or link, this is what it's going to look like. And I'm just going to go here. Last step is basically integration. So we'll have Integromat pretty soon, but Zapier is already set up. So if you're using Zapier, you can import all of these leads into MailChimp, whatever email software, Google Sheets, help, whatever you want to do. And lastly, you choose a funding source, how you want to pay for the rebate. So because I'm giving out $9.99 every time somebody gets a rebate, it's going to charge your credit card automatically, but we're going to take care of the entire process of giving out a rebate gift card. And then that's all done. And you can see here that I've just created a funnel and explained it to you guys in a matter of minutes. And it's super easy to do. So that's pretty much that. The ManyChat works exactly the same way. You just kind of go step by step through the process. And everything is just really easy. Basically, I'll just show you like the back end. So you can go and edit a campaign anytime. Same with the funnel. So like, let's say you want to change the keywords, you can go ahead and edit the keywords as you want, put these in there. You fund it, you install the ManyChat template, and you're off to the races. It's all automated from any lead seller. And again, what's nice is the automation is all right in here. So we're actually pulling all the leads that went through into here. So you don't have to go to ManyChat, figure out all these people that went in. So I can see like, here's all my leads, and I can see people that I blacklisted. I can see people that made purchases. I can see their Facebook profiles, and I can go even into ManyChat and chat with those users. So it's all right here. And I guess I'm going to leave it at the last thing. One thing we just added in here, which is really handy, is a QR code. This is like the last QR code maker you'll ever need, because you can redirect the QR codes wherever you want. So these would be ones that you'd want to put on all your product inserts. And anytime you want to just adjust where it goes, maybe you want it to go to your homepage, maybe you want it to go to your warranty page, maybe you wanted to go to a rebate funnel, you can do that here. Super easy, step by step. Pick your account, pick your products, and you can verify people's orders. So with that, I'd love to take some questions, kind of like help people understand this better. I know that was a lot of information, but I really wanted to cover all this for your guys.
Cool, Ian. Thanks so much for going through all
It
that.
is.
Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, it's insane how many features you guys have built into the lead seller. When you first started this project, I couldn't believe that you guys were taking this on. Like, I mean, Helium 10, Jungle Scout, they don't even have a fraction of this amount of features. So good on you, good on Leo for building all this out. It's incredible that it actually came to fruition.
Yeah, I think it's really important, as in my business, like, and I think you guys are numbers guys too, like it's really important to understand all your metrics and what's going on so that you as a CEO can like make adjustments in your business with your team. So, hey, ACoS is rising. I can see it on my chart every single day. What's going on, guys? Versus like, checking Amazon and going there and kind of going, what's going on? And then you kind of flipping back and forth. You really need to see this data in aggregate, and you need to be able to slice and dice it and compare what matters. So, if you have multiple accounts, you want to know which account has the highest ACoS. You can do that with a lead seller. You can't really do that without spending 5 minutes, 10 minutes trying to, jump back and forth through accounts, right? So super easy. We've got hourly stats here. I'd love to take some questions. I think there's probably anybody wants to send anything in the chat, or can they go live or no?
Yeah, they can just put them in the Q&A. There's already a bunch of questions here, so I'll just read them off to you, and you can start helping some people. Some of these I can also answer because I've used some of these features. So Jason says, what's the extent of the email automation for Amazon now? I thought the latest updates, we really don't have any way to reach out to Amazon buyers anymore. So Ian's going to click on the email automation thing here. You can set up your account. This is something we've done. We've gotten thousands upon thousands of reviews this way. Basically what it's doing is going in and automating the request a review button, but it does it automatically, and you can set it up X number of days after you sell a product. It'll request a review for you basically. And we have the review bot. I kind of touched on it in the PDF, but basically you can set this up to be very specific for certain products. You can set different criteria. If they've ever returned the product, don't ask for a review. I think he was talking about email automation and what's the issue with that. And, it's okay to send emails. A lot of people opt out of emails now. So you get these bounce backs, so you can set up your blacklist for that. But with our email automation, one thing I like to do with my technical products is like have a PDF attachment that says, hey, here's all the instructions. Here's the warranty guide or the instructions on how to use this product. And just use that as my email. So it's a little bit of value. You don't want to email them saying, hey, we hope you love your product. Would you mind leaving us an honest, happy 5-star review, right? So you kind of have to go a different route now.
in the funnels and the main chat, we do have the ability for you to switch on or off, asking for reviews. I generally tell people not to put that on. Just use this review bot. Allow it to go in every day and click on the button based on your sales and the order statuses. And that way you're not asking for a review in conjunction with anything. It's just everybody gets asks for a review as long as they didn't return the product or leave you negative feedback, let's say. But you don't want to do that within the flow of a rebate campaign or a search, find, buy campaign. I think that's a bit risky at this point.
The next question is, any feature to facilitate insert card campaigns with ManyChat, for example, post-purchase giveaway for Amazon buyers?
Yeah, absolutely. So with this QR code here, you can go ahead and create a QR code. That's what he's asking, right? How to create a QR code?
Yep.
So you would just say ManyChat, post-purchase, right? And then you can upload your social images and all that good stuff. And then you just pick a URL. You can use our URL, or again, you can use your own subdomains, right? And have like a redirect to wherever you want it to go. So if you have like a subdomain, you can redirect this to go to your ManyChat, whatnot. I'll just use this for an example right now. And then basically that's the URL that the QR code goes to. But then you have this other place where's the QR code? Where does this go to? So let's say you have, 3 different ManyChat post-purchase. One's a gift card, one's a free rebate, and one's a free product, right? Maybe it's like a spin the wheel or something like that, but you do them separately. So you can actually, again, here, rotate different URLs you want this to go to. But if I just put this to like EcomCrew.com, right? And you can do random, sequential, weighted. You can even upload a file of links if you have like a ton of links, you're doing some sort of special, ranking campaign. You can use this as a rotator for that. And then you can design this, QR code. So you can change the color. You can add your logo into the middle of it, which is pretty cool. We made this like really interesting little editor, so you can make it really spicy for your clients and download the SVG, the PNG, the PDF, the EPS, all that good stuff. And if you guys scan that code now, let's see, where did that go? Should be in here.
Did you hit save?
Yeah, there we go. It was on the second page. Okay, so here's that code I just made. So if anybody wants to scan that code, see where it takes you, let me know.
Let's do it. Boom. EcomCrew.
I got my new trick. Now. I'm gonna bring the logos in first, so that this way it's all set up. So we made this really easy. Again, what's cool about this is print this on your inserts one time. Let's say, I don't want it to go to EcomCrew anymore. I'm going to change this to go to EliteSeller.com. All right. Save. Now scan that code. Oh, wait. Here, go ahead. Scan that code. See where it goes.
Now let's make sure it's good. EliteSeller.com.
There you go.
Outwit your competition.
That's right. So,
outwit your competition.
One of the issues again was like I was using a random tool that I pay, $29 a month for to build QR codes and be able to adjust it, and now it's all built in here. It's all on the platform that I run my entire business from. I can link this to a funnel. I can update where my post-purchase goes. I can send them to a rebate funnel. I can drive traffic to a new product, whatever you want to do. You can do that with this. It's pretty cool. Somebody asked also a volume limit. So we made Elite Seller super flexible as well. We wanted people to be able to like sign up and not just have to jump into an expensive plan. You can like pay as you go. One of the great things is our subscription setup. So you can adjust this, to add on how many seller accounts you want. Every little section is flexible. You want to track more keywords. That's all you want. You can add that in there, but you're going to get more bang for your buck by starting with a higher plan and then adjusting from there.
It's not a volume limit per se. If you're $1 million seller versus $100 million seller, there's no tiered pricing like there is often.
Yeah, we don't have like we have basically by accounts, and then every one of these modules has like limits that you'll see. Like I am using 14,000 out of my 20,000, keywords, right? And so one thing that's really important, I think, is great is not only do we have the chat bubble here, so when you guys sign up, like what I recommend is you sign up, try the free trial out, right? Use the code. It's $27. It's actually $21, if you even continue. This chat bubble is going to take you right to our live support. Literally during normal business hours, we have people standing by to answer your questions, help you out. They actually know what they're doing. They're really awesome. Are led by Bere and Christina and the entire team down there. They will actually set up a call with you and do a walkthrough with you and your team. Like, one of my goals is like to take this learning curve out of your business. I know how hard it is as an owner of a business, or you're doing so many things, like you don't want to learn a new tool. Let us help you. Let us help you guide your team, your VAs, how to do this. I mean, we have thousands of collaborators already on here. VAs are starting to really understand how to use Lead Seller and how they can benefit their clients with it. So I think it's really great. And secondly, every module, we have help articles right here. And we also have tutorial videos. So if you click on this, it's going to take you to a quick, like 3 to 5 minute video that I made, kind of walking you through this particular thing as if I was a seller, not exactly, just do this. I do give some tips in there as well. So please take a look at that. Jump into our articles. We really try to make this super easy for you and your team to not get stuck.
Speaking of team, I mean, you guys, you mentioned that you just did a demo for our team, but you can set up user accounts for like everyone in your team and give them permissions based on what you want them to have permissions to. So like we might have 3 VAs that work on ice wraps and 2 that work on TAC9 or whatever. We can assign them permissions based on that. We might not want them to see our net profit or our COGS or whatever it might be. It's really granular.
It's really granular. So you just go to permissions and you enter in an email address, and then you can literally choose specific modules that you want people to have access to and what level of access you want them to have. So, your email team might only have access to emails and customer orders. You don't need them to have access to the dashboard data, let's say, or see your profit and losses. Or you want, your launch team to just have access to manage chat, QR codes, and funnels, right? So pretty cool. We really built this also because I was managing a bunch of like client accounts and I was using spreadsheets and my team was going crazy. You never could trust the data. Like, we built this so that any agency or people can scale up, manage other people's accounts, make some extra money. If there's a shortage of people who know what they're doing on Amazon, and like the EcomCrew, training program is one of the best out there. And like, I'm sure most of you guys could probably earn a couple $1,000s each just by, helping some other sellers, like just navigate, Lead Seller or selling on Amazon essentially. And that's kind of what I did because the business was growing so fast. I needed capital to grow. And so, it's really nice to be able to do it in this way. What else?
Well, the other thing too is, I was just going to mention with EAs, when you have 5, 6 different sales products that you have to teach them, that's 5 or 6 different software suites that you have to teach them. I know, obviously there's a bunch of different features within a Lead Seller and you kind of have to walk them through each of those ones, but it's a lot easier of a learning curve than trying to learn Helium 10 and then trying to learn Sellings and trying to learn all the other different SaaS tools out there. So I know for me personally, having RBAs just learn one tool opposed to 5, 6 different tools. It's just a way less steep learning curve.
I don't know if you've ever experienced it where, I joined like Hello Profit early on. I really love the software. This was like the early days, and like, they'd be like, yeah, we're doing it. We're working on it. And like a year would go by and like still nothing was done. We have a queue. We're pushing out features every single week. We have a sprint that goes every week. So we're literally listening to the customers, what they want. We just pushed out hourly sales widgets. So really you can track on account level, like your hourly, tracking. So, for a Prime Day or, what's going on with sales, you can look at it in an hourly fashion, see your orders or sales or your units. And then the next step we'll be launching is, by product. So you'll be able to see this by product, right? And so like we have like different, just all this great stuff that you can do, view like, here's one thing I like to do. I create this focus area. Okay. Highest margin on one side and lowest margin on the other side. So I can see at a glance, like side by side comparisons of, these products. So like, hey, I'm killing over here, but I'm losing over here. Like I should actually focus on the ones I'm losing on versus the ones I'm making money on. Or, where am I spending the most PPC, let's say, or profit, right? So, this is where Lead Seller stands out from the crowd. And a lot of people like to see their P&Ls. So, what did I do yesterday? What did I do last 7 days, 15 days, 30 days? And if this isn't enough data for you, feel free to click on more details and you will see probably the most robust P&L you've seen anywhere, of every little detail and tax and fee that goes into making up the profit and loss. And you can export this. So
Hopefully for everyone listening too, whether or not you use Elite Seller, I mean, obviously you probably should, especially if you're doing any serious amount of volume. But if you're just a total cheapo, you don't want to spend any amount of money on SaaS products, and there are all those people out there. I used to be one of them. Hopefully this gives you a good idea of things that you should be tracking and looking at in your business, both from just an operational standpoint, different figures that you want to be tracking, but also from the marketing standpoint too, kind of the different cutting edge marketing techniques that people are using for Amazon, because I think a lot of people here are just having their eyes open. Oh shit, I'm not doing that. So
I'm gonna just go through a couple of these questions, since you guys are so nice to be putting them in the chat. Just make sure we get to everybody. And I think Barry's in there answering some people too as well. But thank you for the nice UI comment. We're really proud of it and keep improving on it. Yep, I use too many platforms. That's going to be one off the list. What else? Shopify data. We are working on a Shopify integration. So eventually you'll be able to see all your Shopify sales in here as an additional count and in the aggregate as well. So that's, I would say it's not on the short list, but it will be done and it's in the works. Another thing that's also in the works that you guys are going to love is a mobile application. And I can't say when it's going to come out, but we already have a lot of the work done on it. And it's going to be really insightful, allow you to see a lot of this data that's here in a new and exciting way. That is, again, going to give you more robust information than your, other tools, iPhone app, let's say, right? What else? What is the URL of those landing pages created for the funnel? So you can choose any URL you want. We give you a temporary URL that you can use and drive traffic to if you want. But if you want to use a custom domain, go ahead and do that. Can you upload your own QR code? No, you cannot upload your own QR code. They're all kind of individualized because we control the back end of what that code is static. So when you print it once, it's fine. But with Elite Seller, you can always adjust where that QR code points to. If I'm starting from zero, no email list, no customer list, what's the best way to pull people to the landing page? Facebook ads? Yes. Actually, Facebook ads is a great way to do it. I actually have a full tutorial, a 2-step tutorial in the landing page section that you can watch to show you how to run ads to your funnels. Super easy. Let's see. Will you send this webinar to watch again? Hopefully these guys recorded this.
We did and we will.
Yep. Great. Let's see. Traffic to funnels. With other product launch, the offer is sent to the Facebook group or other lists. In this case, how is traffic sent to those? Yeah. So, if you have a Facebook group too, just post this link in there. You can actually limit the amount of people that go through the funnel using our funnel. So what happens is if you say, I want to give out 5 rebates a day and 100 people come in there, after the first 5 claim it, it's going to say, sorry, we're out of rebates for the day. Do you want to be notified tomorrow about the new rebates being released? And then we'll bring them back. So you're setting up your own little rebate club, which is pretty cool. And we'll do that via SMS or email, depending on how you set up your funnel. Are we the same?
Yeah, I was just going to say, on a piggyback to that question, somebody had in the Q&A, Michael said the funnel seemed to make RebateKey obsolete. How does this pricing compare? And I don't think it does make RebateKey obsolete, because Elite Seller relies on your own list to basically get those rebates out, where RebateKey finds the audience for you.
Yeah, I mean, as easy as this is for a seller, RebateKey is like a million times easier to just generate sales on your listing. So I highly recommend using both. You can use our QR rotator for your links. In Elite Seller, in RebateKey, you can use that that link. You obviously want to drive them to Amazon using some sort of super URL that you can create on Pixelfy or anywhere else. But yeah, we're the same company. I'm the CEO of RebateKey as well, but I'm the co-founder of Elite Seller and also co-founder of RebateKey with Leo. And we focus both of our time on both of these, and we have quite a large team at this point supporting both projects. They work independently of each other, so they're not like the same person working in both teams. So you really get a specialized person when you reach in. What else? Yep, mobile will be big. Yep, push notifications, Slack notifications. Yep, so a lot of great stuff. We're always available. You can reach out to me at Ian Elite Seller. I highly recommend you reach out to the team first. They will help you out. And if there's any issues you ever have, you can contact me directly. You can contact Mike. He can message me directly, and I will make sure that we take care of anybody in EcomCrew. And with that, I really appreciate this time. We're a little bit over, but I want to make sure that we got through all of that for you guys.
Hey Ian, are you able to see the the questions in the Q&A. Are you able to see that?
Oh, is there a different section?
Yeah,
there's 14 questions in there.
Oh, okay. I'm good. We can keep going.
Yeah, how are you on time, Ian? Because there are quite a few questions that have rolled in. And
Sorry, I was going through the chat box. Okay. In-app help. Yep, we have that. I don't know if Barry you can give her access to go in there to start answering needs, but we do have in-app help. Is very easy to do. Just click the chat bubble at the bottom of the page. I'm going to move this over here for now. If anybody has questions. Any function for dynamic repricing by ACIN? No, we don't have any pricing automation tools currently. Definitely not on the short list. If I was to be honest with you guys, is it possible to input value for COGS that change monthly? Yes, good question. Okay. And I didn't go into detail on this. I'll just kind of jump over there really quick. On the COGS module, we have standard COGS, right? You can enter in like your product costs from this date range to this date range. You can also go advanced and do it, and add in all this other stuff if you want to, make it independent. And the way we have it set up is basically you would set up date ranges. So you pick, okay, I shipped in 1,000 units between this date, and this is the cost, and you can continue to do that. I honestly tell people and you can do this with a bulk file as well. So when you do this, you're going to basically choose your seller account and download that file pre-filled in with whatever's there. And you just can re-upload it. Super easy if you have that, in spreadsheet form. But it's really hard to get super granular with these tools, as if it was QuickBooks, but you can do it. And it just, if you forget to put in your COGS, you're going to have incorrect profit and loss numbers, until you figure out that you forgot to enter in the COGS for this date range. So as long as you have good process, I say go ahead and do that. Kim says, okay, how is support deployed to your customers? Chat, email. Yep. So chat bubble, email support, but chat is the first way, and that will help you get through all of that stuff. Can I create alerts that send me a Slack message every time we get a new review? Yep. You can set up any alerts with Slack using Zapier, which is pretty cool. And you can set up how you want it to be set in there. Does this protect against scammers that order, get the rebate, and then cancel? We can't protect against somebody we don't know what they're about to do. But if they do that and they return this product, we actually check constantly. And if they do happen to go through this, even if they're a real person and they just didn't like the product, they return the free product, we're going to blacklist them automatically as a, not a great buyer to remarket to, and they won't be able to go into your funnels again. And we'll put them in the entire blacklist for the entire software platform. So we have a really big blacklist. So we'll help protect you guys from day one. Are you able to import advertising costs, including sponsored brand ads? Yes. So we have a lot of different ads in here, except for I believe I can't remember what the other one's called.
Sponsored display.
Yeah, sponsored display. But you can see the different sponsored. We actually have a display. It's like a sponsored. It's like another one. It was like AMG before or something like that. So anything in there, we have it. The only problem is some of these ad types, you cannot, we don't know what the ACIN is of that ad. They don't share it with us. So sponsored products, we can do sponsored displays. I think the sponsored brand ads is where we kind of don't have that information. You can see it's a lot less data here. But what I mean, why that's important is when we're extrapolating the PPC cost to the ACINs, this is only the ones that we know which ACIN it belongs to. So just know that if you're running a ton of sponsored brand ads, that it's going to be off a bit. When you want to see your PPC or your PPC costs or your TACoS or things like that.
Just trying to understand that a little bit. Why can't you attribute it to the ACIN? I'm just trying to even wonder outside of Elite Seller.
It's an API. It's an API thing. It's every platform has the same issue. So every platform is doing on a little bit of this sponsored ad spend.
Yeah.
Well, we have the spend. We just can't attribute it to what ACIN. So we can't have a true TACoS if you're running those particular.
Interesting. So if there's like a sponsor brand headline ad with 3 ACINs there, it's not attributing it to one ACIN or the other. It's just.
Yeah. And if Barry knows the true answer, I can't remember which one it is that doesn't play, but she can post that in the chat.
Yep.
Again, pretty amazing. I'm excited. Let's see, Jason. Templates go according to Amazon's messaging guidelines. You can see PDF attached in the module and check, see in case you need any modifications. Oh, that's from our team, I guess. Okay. Question. There was a spot.
No one else can see the Q&A except for us. So Jason asked a question.
Should I put this on the screen? Is that helpful? or
You
no?
can, sure, yeah.
Private information.
Or,
Okay.
no, it's fine. Or I actually just copied the other stuff into the chat so people can see it.
Okay.
So I'll just put that in the chat for Jason.
I just want to make sure I'm able to answer everybody's questions.
Yeah.
We're always here. We don't have any PPC management, so that's not available. Oh, this is pretty cool. Let's see what happens when we do this. Okay, yeah. So we don't have any PPC management currently. It's something that's on our list, but it's a very complicated topic, and I think you've seen a lot of tools roll this out and then kind of fall short. So we've kind of moved more towards, we want to give you very detailed information about your ads, but we don't have any tool that's going to automate this just yet. Is the German marketplace fully supported on the back end? Yes, the German marketplace is fully supported on the back end. We actually have all of our funnels and ManyChat translated into all the languages for EU. We went and did the hard work and created these amazing funnels and landing pages, and then we had them translated. So when you go in there and you choose your country, it's going to actually use that particular landing page. So feel free to check that out. I think you'll love it, Gerson. Does it help me build a brand new listing so that it's fully optimized? We don't have a listing optimizer yet. It's in talks. We basically are giving you the tools to, figure out what keywords you want to use, track what's happening with your ASINs, but we don't have a listing builder per se. But it definitely is something on our list of things to do. So sorry to answer that way.
There's a question from Erica as well.
If you're starting from zero, no email list, no customer list, what's the best way to pull people to landing page Facebook ads? Yeah. So again, just, go to Facebook ads, share the funnel on, share the link, say, hey guys, I got a new brand I'm launching, on your Facebook page, and have your friends join and stuff like that. If you want, you can be a little bit concerned about that. I've at least recently never seen any really issues with that, but any way you can get traffic to this, go to Starbucks and share the QR code and say, hey, scan this if you want a free product. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. Ads is obviously the easy way to do it from behind the computer. And Facebook ads, if you know how to use that, it can be very simple. Any feedback re Amazon reviewing reviews due to rebates? So question about the whitelist. So there is a whitelist. Like I said, when you're creating a funnel, you can upload a list of customers that you only want to be able to get in if they use a specific email. This is a good way to create a VIP list and say, hey guys, you guys are on my VIP list, go in here. They must enter that same email address. If Amazon is removing reviews due to rebates, we're not seeing anything like that. And the way that, we're doing it, I think it's terms of service friendly. Rebates and coupons have never been an issue. It's really the attention and the way that you're using them. I suggest you don't ask for reviews in those flows, even though there is an option to do so on our stuff. And then, yes, the gift cards are distributed on behalf of you. So every time a gift card is given out, we actually charge your wallet, and we maintain a wallet balance on our platform. And you can actually use different credit cards. So if you have multiple brands, you can put up 3 different credit cards and choose which brand you want the credit card to go to. So we really made this so that an agency could use it, but we also wanted to make it so that anybody could use it, starting at $27 a month. And with 20% off, it's $21. So hopefully that answers most all the questions. Let's see. What else? Yeah. So what else we got here? We got a training center. So a lot of resources, videos. These are the videos that you can see in there. If you want to learn how to use this stuff, how to set the review requester, how to integrate ManyChat, how to create a Facebook ad for your funnels or your ManyChat. It's all right here on our resources page. Knowledge base is super powerful. And yeah, love to have you guys, check us out and give it a chance, 14-day free trial, and we will walk you through it and get you guys going.
Yeah, and the free plug for everyone here, or at least the 3 of us, EcomCrew, you get 20% off lifetime. So, that's a pretty big win for you guys, 20% off lifetime, not 1 month, not 2 months, lifetime. So definitely take advantage of it if you are thinking about using it. Definitely recommend you guys to give it a shot here. $21 with the discount.
Yep.
The low risk.
And, I just like to say, it's, we've been around the industry for a long time. We have a lot of integrity. We really, care about our customers. We don't have, and nobody's accessing this for, purposes that they shouldn't be. We don't share data with anybody. This is all for internal, optimization, and we're here to actually help you guys and support you. And the team is well trained, I think, in Amazon and understanding the mechanics of it. So they're really able to walk you guys through this stuff.
Just a question too, Ian. If somebody starts on the newbie plan, they get the 20% discount, they upgrade to the advanced seller, or the pro seller. Is that discount going to carry through automatically, or do they need to kind of reapply?
Yeah, it should carry through automatically. If not, just let us know. We'll take care of you.
There's a question about, do you display conversion rate data?
Yes, we have what's called our SCI bot. So when you set up your account, this is very basic thing. When you guys sign up and try it out, make sure you connect your MWS account, your ad account, and your SCI. This is going to allow you to request the reviews. This is what's going to scrape the sessions and conversion data so that when you're looking at your products, you can actually see all of that information, as it's populating. So we got sessions versus sales. And if I want to go and say, I want to, do sessions versus conversion rate, I can do that. So just like that, you can flip things around, update the way this thing works, and see how does this go. One cool one is seeing like organic sales versus PPC sales, and like when you get those graphs across, you're like, sweet, getting more organic sales finally. So I like that that chart. But yeah, we're tracking total reviews. This is the number of reviews buttons that have been clicked, every single day for you. Where is organic sales versus PPC sales? This is a cool one. I like to see it cross. This is just our test account, so we don't do much PPC anymore on it. If you want to have a specific thing just to look at, you may want to have estimated sales and call this estimated sales USA, estimated sales Canada, estimated sales, UK. You can literally have all your sales right in front of you from every marketplace in real time, as we go. And you don't have to go flipping back and forth between accounts even. Cool. Hopefully that really wraps things up with you guys.
Sounds like you got one customer, Michael Shackerford says, I'm in.
That's my boy.
Well, you actually got two, because I'm going to sign up for us right after the webinar, and I'm going to use my EcomCrew code too.
Yeah. Well, Dave, you're always welcome on the platform. Really appreciate you guys giving us the opportunity to present it. It's been a lot of work. I know from us at Leaseller, we're here to help make you guys successful. And also, if you have questions about RebateKey or Pixelfly, which we also manage, just let our team know. We have live chat for sellers on all three platforms. So make it really easy for you guys to get all the information you need and move quickly.
Zeb says he's already working on permissions. I guess he signed up and he's adding his team.
Oh yeah, and also if you happen to have people that you want to sign up, you can also become an affiliate as well and sign people up. So
don't do that. Just have your people use the EcomCrew affiliate code, guys. So
sorry. We want to take that off.
I did want to actually mention that. I forgot to mention that it is an affiliate code. So, so typically they do like a 10/30, and we gave extra out of our pocket to be able to give the bigger discount to it's actually the max discount that they allow. So that comes out of our affiliate commission, and we were happy to do that to just be able to give a bigger discount to our community.
Yeah.
Well, also I think Ian and their team, they've been putting out amazing tools the last couple of years. So that's our way.
Thank you. Yeah,
supporting you guys too.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Cool, Ian. Can't thank you enough, man. Hopefully you get a bunch of signups, and this will help grow Elite Seller. I've been.
Did you write a book?
We did. We wrote 2 books.
Why is there so many copies of that one book?
Yeah, that's our book. Let me.
I need to read that. Is there an audio version?
Amazon Domination. Michael Jackness and Dave Bryan. The other one's Dave wrote. But
are you an Amazon bestseller?
We are not.
What? All right, we got to create a funnel. Let's go.
There you go. But you can go to, what is it, EcomCrew.com/book or something, and get the book for free.
Nice. I'm gonna check that out. Well, yes. Really appreciate it. Happy to help out any way we can, and sign up.
Cool, guys. Appreciate it, Ian. Be good, everyone.
Thanks, Ian. Thanks everyone for hopping on.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.